For years, young Americans were told that success meant moving to New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, or another expensive coastal city. But a different story is now emerging. Some Gen Z workers and recent graduates are looking toward the Midwest, places with lower housing costs, growing tech corridors, strong universities, walkable downtowns, and old industrial buildings being turned into new apartments, studios, and startup spaces. This is not just a migration story, it may be the beginning of a new Heartland boom. For many young adults, the traditional big city dream has become harder to afford. Rent is high. Starter homes are expensive. Student debt, inflation, and job uncertainty make it difficult to build an independent life. The result is simple. Many young people are no longer asking, "Where's the biggest city?" They are asking, "Where can I actually build a life?" That question is changing the geography of ambition. The Midwest offers something many young people are searching for: more space, lower costs, and a chance to start earlier. Cities like Ann Arbor, Des Moines, Lincoln, Madison, Minneapolis, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Omaha, Grand Rapids, and Kansas City are not all the same. But many share one advantage. They can offer urban life without the extreme cost of the biggest coastal markets. For Gen Z, that can mean renting a better apartment, buying a first home sooner, starting a small business, or simply having enough money left after bills. Many Midwestern cities were built during America's industrial age. They had factories, warehouses, rail lines, strong downtowns, and working-class neighborhoods. For decades, some of those buildings sat underused. Now, those same industrial bones are becoming an advantage. Old warehouses are turning into loft apartments. Factories are becoming offices, studios, breweries, and innovation spaces. Historic downtowns are becoming walkable again. Instead of starting from nothing, these cities are reusing what they already have. The new Midwest story is not only about cheap rent, it is also about jobs. Universities, hospitals, manufacturing companies, logistics firms, insurance companies, financial services, clean energy firms, and tech startups are creating new career paths in mid-sized metros. These cities may not replace Silicon Valley or New York, but they can offer a different deal: good jobs, lower costs, shorter commutes, and more livable neighborhoods. For a generation focused on quality of life, that trade-off matters. Gen Z is also changing what success looks like. Many young people are not only chasing prestige. They want flexibility, affordability, mental health, community, walkability, and a realistic path to financial stability. A smaller city with a strong downtown, a music scene, parks, cafes, affordable apartments, and remote work options can compete with a bigger city that offers status but leaves them financially stressed. For many young adults, the new luxury is not a penthouse, it is breathing room. But the Heartland boom is not automatically positive for everyone. When new residents arrive, neighborhoods can change quickly. Rents can rise, local culture can be reshaped. Longtime residents may feel pushed aside. Cities can become divided between new investment zones and neglected neighborhoods. The challenge is not simply attracting Gen Z. The challenge is building growth that includes the people already there. A real regional rebirth must be affordable, inclusive, and sustainable. If this trend continues, the American map of opportunity could become less coastal and more distributed. Instead of only a few superstar cities absorbing young talent, more mid-sized cities could become serious economic players. That could reshape housing markets, startup ecosystems, political priorities, university towns, transit planning, and regional identity. The Midwest may not be returning to the old industrial economy. It may be building something new from the old foundation. So why is Gen Z moving to the new Midwest? Because affordability has become power. Because old industrial cities still have strong bones. Because technology work is no longer limited to a few coastal hubs. And because many young people are choosing a life that feels possible, not just impressive. The new Heartland boom is not about going backward, it is about rebuilding forward. The next great American city story may not begin on the coast. It may begin in a converted factory loft, beside a river, in a Midwestern downtown that people once counted out.